I'm live. Arsenal 0-1 Leicester City in a game that we did all we had to do, apart from creating chances and putting them away. Ladies and gentlemen, I think our season is all over. I think Arsenal's season is all over. There is just no room for improvement. There is just no room for improvement. There is no room for improvement. The way we lost to Leicester City today just shows you that we have one problem and we either take care of it or nothing happens this season. What a performance. What a performance tonight. Leicester City have less than 10 chances and they put them away. Like literally, they put them away. And we just can't get our chances into the box. We just can't create chances. Same old song. 6 matches down the road, our season is over. Officially, our season is over. There is no hope for me. There is no hope for me. Look at how we played in that first half. Look at those chances David Louis created. Look at how we had the ball. We held the ball. Leicester City were absolutely trashed in the first half. Everybody thought, everybody should have thought that was our chance. That was the time when we had to take the chances, but we just couldn't create those chances. And there is no room for improvement because we had the best team on the pitch. So who do you put off? Who do you blame for today's performance? The defense, they were brilliant. Actually, most of the chances, most of the trials we had on goal, the chances created were from David Louis and Gabriel Magalhaes. They tried. They were the people trying. And how do you explain that performance, guys? Honestly, how do you explain the way we lost to Leicester City today? We did everything, absolutely everything. We just couldn't create chances. Smash up the like button. We just couldn't create chances. Let us start step by step from the halftime mark. At halftime, first half, everything was going our way. Everything was okay. We had possession. When we lost it, we regained it, very fast. Everything was going our way. We had a couple of chances. I can recall some. There are so many questions about the goal Lacazette had scored. Was he offside? Of course, Granit Xhaka was offside. But you ask yourself, did he have contact anyway? Did he have any contact with that ball? Because it doesn't look like, that should have been a cancelled goal. But good enough, it was cancelled, right? We still move on. We try to create chances here and there. But you can see that there is deficiency. You can see that there is that part of Arsenal that is just not doing enough. And that is the forward line. You could see that Arsenal tried whatever they wanted to do, but we just couldn't get it. We were out, we were out of options. We were flat. We were predictable. We did everything in the wrong way in the final third. We did everything right when we were in our own third. And honestly, you just can't, play football very well in your own third. And in the opponent's, in the opponent's third, you're that bad. You just can't. It's an amazing 3 points for Leicester City. I don't know how they're going to celebrate this. But trust me, it is a point. They are, 3 points that they must be celebrating with a lot of beer, with a lot of champagne. They didn't expect it. From that halftime performance, they thought they were going to lose the game. And in the second half, what did we do? What did we do, ladies and gentlemen? In the second half, we come in with the worst performance. We let Leicester City come back into the game. They possess, and I told you the way you can beat Leicester City. Get the numbers in the midfield, but make sure they don't touch that ball. We had done it very well. We had done it very well in the first half. Everything was going according to plan. It's not a problem that we didn't put away the few chances in the first half, but we needed to create more chances. We needed the consistency. If we cannot be consistent in one game for 90 minutes, how do you tell me we are going to be consistent for the rest of the season? And that's why my headline is our season is all over. There is just no room for change. Like, there isn't any other room for change. What are we going to change? If you ask me, what are we going to change? Basically, I don't see anything that we are going to change. The creativity is a problem that no one can solve at Arsenal. The only player who could do that, Mesut Ozil, is out of the squad. You have seen Dani Ceballos today. He's too slow for the Premier League. Too slow for the Premier League. He cannot be a number 8. He cannot be a number 10, at least not for Arsenal. Smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button. I need your comments coming in. It was a very good attempt for me. Very good attempt for Mikel Arteta to start with, that formation. I love the lineup. I would love to see the lineup again. Honestly, I would. I would love to see that lineup again. It was brilliant. I don't know how long and how bad Shkodran Mustafi is going to be in our squad. I don't know the injury status of David Luiz, how long it's going to be out, but I pray he comes back, very early. The lineup was okay. The team selection was okay. And all of us who were here before the game, we were celebrating. We were like, yeah, I think team selection was okay. Everything was fine. Everything was going according to plan. And I thank Mikel Arteta for that. It was a great effort. Great effort. But trust me, you just can't lose it out in the second half like that. I was not quite impressed with the second half. We were flat, like quite predictable, pass to the next man. And this is what I told you guys. We had a debate in the summer. Should we sign a creative midfielder? Should we sign a defensive midfielder? And I told you the best thing would be to get both players. That should have been the best solution for Arsenal's problems. We needed both players. We needed a creative midfielder. We also needed a CDM. Now you can see with Thomas Partey, whenever we lost the ball against Leicester City, we were quite confident. We were quite confident. But when we were going forward, Dani Ceballos, I even don't know what Dani Ceballos really does in that squad. Is he a casual passer, passing around just, is his role, just to pass around the ball, with no intent? Because if you asked me, Partey, Xhaka, and Dani Ceballos today, they were almost doing the same thing, especially when we had the ball. No player in that midfield was different. Bukayo Saka was down, Aubameyang was lost, and Lacazette was very good at making fouls. I love by the way, I love how many fouls he made. That is what he was good at. Today, going forward, there were only 2 players who tried to push us forward. One is David Luiz, and the game changed completely as soon as David Luiz got off the pitch. And I told you that I'll talk about him in the match reaction. He has completely changed from the from the player who used to do these you never want to see him things to a real leader. He does these things very well. I love his kind of football these days. He has been trying to get us forward with the long passes. I still remember that, that ball he dropped for Heki Bellerin. How I wish Bellerin was a good player. How I wish Bellerin was a quality player. He should have taken that. Honestly, he should have taken that. That was $1 million chance. That was a chance that you get and you're like, let me put this away. Maybe other things will follow. That was a chance. David Luiz created it for Heki Bellerin. If you look at, All the times we tried to go forward, it was David Louis, it was Gabriel Magalhaes, floating those balls over. It was. And honestly, someone tells us on this show, just someone tell us on this show that you think Arsenal did anything right going forward today. I can count the chances, the decent chances we had. One, that corner, that goal that was cancelled. I mean, goals are cancelled every day. VR does that, and referees do that in the Premier League. I can talk about, I can talk about Heki Bellerin's chance. I don't know why Hector Bellerin, he was such kind of a player who used to score those chances. But honestly, I think our season is going down to the dogs. You just can't have a wrong midfield in the Premier League. 66 people watching, smash up the like button. Let's get them to 20 likes as soon as possible. But you just can't have a wrong midfield in the Premier League and you think you're going to excel, guys. You just can't. It just can't happen. Leicester City, they had the tactics so well. Sit behind that ball. Let Arsenal do whatever crap they want, because we were a toothless tiger. We were a toothless beast. You have that ball, you're roaming around, shouting, making noise, and everybody thinks, Arsenal are going to score in the next 2-3 minutes. And what happens? We can't get shots away. I mean, if you are very vigilant in this game, you will have realized that Alexander Lacazette did not get a chance, did not have a shot on goal, apart from that header. But at halftime, we had all the possession you can think of. We had everything you would think of. And I don't know the problem. Is it the manager? Because Mikel Arteta just seems not to have a plan B. He just seems not to have a plan B. Whatever he does, he doesn't have a plan B. And I hope you guys know that. I hope you're seeing it. Whatever he's doing on the pitch, he doesn't have a plan B. Whenever he comes on the pitch, his first strategy falls out, it is over. He's going to lose the game. Against Manchester City, we were almost in a similar position. The difference is that we never had the ball. We just needed someone who could steal that ball and get us possession to go forward. Mikel Arteta never thought about that. He brought Thomas Partey in the 82nd minute. Bravo, Blood. Bravo. I want to take some of your comments and react to some of your comments, because, it will make me even happier when I'm reacting to some of your comments. Okay. I think I should be taking this. Here we go. I want to start with Alexander Lacazette. He calls himself Alexander Lacazette, who says Mikel Arteta out. No, it's too early. It's too early to say Mikel Arteta out. I think he deserves respect. There are things he has done for this club and anything, but this is the ultimate test for Mikel Arteta. This is the time for Mikel Arteta to show us that, guys, this is what I can do. This is what I'm going to add to Arsenal. Leave alone last season when he picked up a couple of wins with his 3-4-3 formation and so on. Those were less games. You just judge. You can't judge a manager based on those games. Right now, this is his season. You get me? This is his season. This is a time when he's got to show us that I'm worthy to be at Arsenal. I'm a worthy Arsenal manager. And for, to be honest, he hasn't done that this season. We are not winning convincingly. We are not playing like a big team. We are playing like a some championship team that qualified yesterday from championship to the Premier League because on probation or something like that. I told you in the before this game started that we are as blunt as a knife that has not cut anything in the past 100 years. That is what we do. We are as blunt as that. In the final third, absolutely no one has ideas in that Arsenal team that is, this is how we go forward. No one does that. No one. But I cannot say Mikel Arteta out. It would be easy. It would be really, really, it won't be easy for me. Alexander Laka says, we need a new manager right now. I wouldn't say Mikel Arteta out, and I'm not saying it. But I think for Mikel Arteta to prove to us that he can revive our season, there is something he has to do. There is something he has to do to revive our season. We just can't keep playing like that. It's true. We just can't keep playing like that. You play like that against Manchester City. You play like that against Leicester City. You hold the ball. You don't create chances against Manchester United. That means you're going to lose to all the top 6 clubs, top 7, top 8 clubs. And what is the difference? What is the difference? We are going to finish 8th again. We are going to finish 8th again. And this time, what is interesting is Mikel Arteta will have less excuses. You have a centre-back, a very quality centre-back. You have a quality CDM. The only, that team lacks one player like this. A player to drive us forward. You saw that goal they scored. Ricardo Tielemans, what he did. And I told you before the game that if Arsenal had a player like Ricardo Tielemans, things would be better, things would be different. You need that kind of player, that James Maddison. You saw how James Maddison tried to make things happen. That is the kind of player that lacks in Arsenal. A player that wants to make things happen. A player that can make things happen. A player that can make something happen. That's the player that lacks in Arsenal. And we are not just about to get him. We are just not about to get him. No one does it in the club. I saw Pepe come on the pitch and I was like, why didn't we stay with Bukayo Saka, however injured he was? Because Pepe was absolutely rubbish. This is one of the worst performances I've seen. Chasing the ball, it is too long, crowding in men, doing a lot of nothing, losing the ball. And I'm like, geez, what are you doing? Why don't you just stay on the bench, on the bench if you feel you just can't deliver? Aubameyang, in the first half, I was really impressed with him because, he kept on switching sides from left to right, center, left, right, center, okay? That was trying to show that, I want to make something happen. In the second half, Aubameyang, you've signed a 370k contract. Where are you when Arsenal need you the most? You're not available. I don't know whether we just need an injection to bring us back to life, or we are already dead. The same performance against Rapid Vienna, and I told you guys, I think I was doing the match reaction to Rapid Vienna, and I told you, you cannot play like that against Rapid Vienna. You just can't. It is unacceptable. It is it's a bad omen. It's a doom. You can't play so average against Rapid Vienna when you're Arsenal. You just can't. It's unacceptable. And you guys never thought about it because we had 3 points, and you told me 3 points are 3 points. Well and good. Today, we don't have a point. We have exactly the same performance. This kind of performance started with, West Ham. We brought it over to Liverpool, Sheffield United. If you have seen those games critically, not just as, a fan, but someone who wants to know, how do we play? How do we, get behind the ball? How do we do when we have the ball? You have seen that whenever we have the ball, there is that spiritual darkness in us. that just doesn't allow us to go forward. 81 people watching on the show. Thank you so much. Get in your comments. I'm going to read them on the show, but smash the like button. 14 likes are very few. Smash the like button right now. You know, this is going to be a song that we are going to sing for the whole season. We lack creativity. We lack creativity. We are this kind of, team that does everything right apart from getting into the final third. It's just unacceptable. I'm telling you, it's unacceptable. Arsenal shouldn't be the kind of team that can't create chances. I mean, when was that? I don't remember Arsenal in the past 10 years being in a situation where we cannot create chances. Those are some of the things that we that we get our pride in. Arsenal is one of the clubs that create chances, passing the ball around. Those are the things we do. They are our trademark, but we're losing them now. Losing them at a time when we need them the most. I'm telling you, if we just could create chances in this game, no matter how many, we just needed to create many chances and something was about to happen. But we create chances seldom. And at times we score goals from half chances. Really, half chances. If you look at the Rapid Vienna game, that David Louis goal, you can't score that goal every day. It's what I've been telling you, that we need to keep the consistency. We need to score goals that you can replicate today and tomorrow. But how many goals of such kinds do we score? We don't create decent chances. A club that doesn't create decent chances is as good as dead, a dead one. I just don't remember. Trust me, I just don't remember when Arsenal this season created 5 decent chances that went begging. I just don't remember. And I don't think I will recall. I want your comments about this game, guys. A game that started in our favor. We had it on our hands. Leicester City were at our mercy. They're like, Arsenal, do whatever you want. This is your game. This is your stadium. This is your thing. They have not beaten us at the Emirates Stadium for the past 40 years, and it was not going to be today because they were not good enough. They were not ready themselves. You could see in their squad. You could see their reaction on the pitch. They were just not ready. They were just not ready to beat us today. But we were ready to lose to them. No excuse for me. There isn't any excuse. I'm not blaming the backline. That chance that went away. I mean, chances always get away. I'm not blaming my backline. At least not today. The only issue I'm going to blame is the lack of creativity, and Mikel Arteta knows that. Mikel Arteta really knows that the problem with Arsenal is the lack of creativity. He does nothing about it. Absolutely nothing. As an Arsenal fan, I asked myself, is it the right manager? All of us came into this game. We had a very different person to watch, Thomas Partey, maybe Ban Leno, because Leno had a very, a nightmare against Rapid Vienna, in midweek. He was brilliant today. He was good. Of course, he never had a busy day in office. A few of the chances that got into his way, he tried to block them. He conceded one, no clean sheet. I just didn't get the point. I just didn't get what we were doing in this game. A lot of nothing, but we were given the. We are becoming maybe. And what amuses me is we are not good when we have that ball all the time. We are also not good on the counter attack. We are not good at at breaks. We don't have any venom going forward. 23 likes. Smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button. I want to see them to 30 in the next 2 minutes. Arsenal doesn't have any little venom going forward. This has been a song that we have been singing, and for me as a person, like I said, I'm gonna sing this song to wherever the season ends. How can you tell me that with that possession in the first half, we couldn't create 5 decent chances? Leicester City were literally doing nothing. They were doing nothing. I don't know who to blame. I don't know who to blame, but that midfield needs to change ASAP. Mikel Arteta knows that. If he's a good manager, he knows. 1 like to 30 likes, just 1 like, and then I'll be the happiest person on YouTube. You know, Mikel Arteta knows that. He knows that, you know, those 3 are not the right players to play. He knows, but he's in a quadrangle. He's in a fix because he knows, who am I going to replace with? Who am I going to replace them with? No one. Absolutely no one. You know, and for me, at times I really get surprised. I want to tell you the truth. At times I get surprised with young managers. They come on, do their thing, do it very well, and then spoil it. Not even 3 months back, we thought Mikel Arteta was going to be one of the greatest managers in football because he was doing very well, sensational, a magician. Everything was good. One of the decisions he had to make was to fight for the rights of Mesut Ozil. He never did that. He played along, came to the media and told us, guys, I dropped him because I thought he wasn't good enough. Okay? He wasn't good enough. Then who is good enough? Yeah, that's what we are waiting for. Yes, Mesut Ozil was not good enough, but who's good enough now? You make us pay, because we pay too much to watch these games, by the way, and you make us to pay, watch this kind of bullshit Arsenal is playing on a daily basis. You get 3 points in an ugly way. You lose ugly. It is, we are a team that is 1-0 down at the Emirates Stadium, 5-6 minutes left on the clock. You expect us to be having the ball, putting a lot of pressure on the opponent. That never happens. It never happens. We pass the ball at a very slow pace. There are times, you want to fight with a screen as an Arsenal fan, and you guys know that. If you have felt like that, then you're a true Arsenal fan. There are times you want to fight with a screen because Danny Ceballos is lagging around with the ball. Granit Xhaka is lounging around with the ball. There are times you want to smash your screen. People like us who watch games on our phones, you want to throw away the phone. But why? It's because of one mistake that we are making and we are not ready to correct it. Until we correct that thing about creativity, Arsenal is not going to finish top 4. We are not top 4 contenders. Because we have a problem that is going to haunt us. If it was a club like Leeds, I want to be honest with you guys. If we were playing Leeds today, it was going to be a total loss. It should have been a loss. Marcelo Bielsa doesn't entertain that kind of nonsense. Marcelo Bielsa, if we play that kind of football against Leeds, trust me, we have seen Aston Villa smash Liverpool 7, Tottenham smash Manchester United 6. I think we are the next, we are the next team on the radar. Honestly, we are the next team on the radar. That was bad football, Mikel Arteta. That was bad football, everybody. Everybody who watched the game, that was bad football. Help me get those likes to 40. They are 36 right now. I just need 4 of them. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 likes. Get them to 40, guys. That was bad football. Football that is totally unacceptable. I remember many Arsenal fans with their predictions in the league, for predictions of the league as we were starting the season. I still remember. Yeah. Arsenal will finish fourth. Arsenal will finish third. If we get past, we can finish top 4. A team is, is not an island. Players need to work together. Players need to prove a point, and Arsenal players are just not doing that. Honestly, they're just not doing that. I want your opinions on this. Don't keep quiet. I want your opinions. What do you think Arsenal should do? Right now, the squad is set. Well, at least for now, we know we are not adding in a new player. Is Danny Ceballos really the person who should be hunting chances for us? A player who doesn't have anything new to add when you just can't unlock a team. I've not seen him do anything like that. He's a casual player. Yes, he could be technically gifted. He has this, trickery, soft bones. He can jump around with the ball, twist around. That is not what we are talking about right now. That's, in this current situation, we just need someone who can create chances for fun, but also someone who can make something happen when nothing is happening. That is the kind of player we needed today. It's just Fabregas. And I was watching this game on Sky Sport. Super Sport, not Sky Sport. Super Sport. And the commentator made me happy because he said, this is a time when you need a player like Cesc Fabregas. He just could make things happen, didn't he? And I was like, yes, he did. It's a time when you need a player like Cesc Fabregas. Otherwise, our season is getting down to the dogs. It's a pity that our academy at times might not give us what we, because right now, maybe a player from the academy would work, but I don't see that happen. I don't see us produce such quality of a player who's going to save our season. I don't know. But for me, what hurts me the most, what makes me worried is it is a kind of situation where you feel that Arsenal is just not going to get free. That kind of situation where you feel even in the next game we are going to be like that because we don't have a different player. We don't have a different, we don't have a technically gifted player in that regard. Do we? Just tell me if we do have a technically gifted player going forward. We don't. All the players are casual. This was a mistake in the first instance. Mikel Arteta thinking that it's going to get cheap quality talent in Danny Ceballos. It was a mistake. Was time about Benrahma, they know that you need that kind of player. We need it. Let me ask you guys, if you are following this game very closely, did any Arsenal midfielder have more than 3 shots on goal? Not even if they were off target. Let's start with Danny Ceballos. Help me get those likes to 50. 3 likes, just only 3 likes. We get them to 50. How many shots did Danny Ceballos attempt as a midfielder? If you can still recall, I don't recall any. Apart from the corners he was bringing in, I don't recall any. How many times did Granit Xhaka try to shoot at goal? If you still remember, because for me, Granit Xhaka shooting, Thomas Partey shooting, none. Now that means your midfield is already letting you down in terms of going forward. And then I'm going to ask you, how many times did our midfielders try to make key passes? That an Arsenal midfielder has tried to make a key pass in the game against Leicester City. Yeah, I did see Thomas Partey do that. I tried to see Danny Ceballos do that, but on very rare occasions did they do that. You need a lot of chances created. Players like Emi Buendia, last season Buendia created 83 chances for Norwich. 83, like he was creating for fun. 38 games, less than 38 games actually, because he didn't appear in all the games in the season. I think he appeared in 28, and he created 83 chances. That means he created 2 chances on average. 2 chances. Or 3. Or even 4. Now, if a player like Norwich City has a player, if a team like Norwich City has a player that can create 83 chances in a season, why not Arsenal? I mean, I think you guys told me Arsenal is a big club, and I agree. We support one of the biggest clubs in London, in Europe. Yeah, we are just not acting like a big team. We are just not acting like a big team. We need to think again. How do you, as an Arsenal fan, as an Arsenal fan, think and watch games? That is how we are going to start seeing the truth about Arsenal. Otherwise, right now, all of us are handcuffed. Our eyes are tied. Our hands are tied. We think Mikel Arteta is taking us in the right direction. I'm not saying he should go, but he should change the way he does things. He brought on Pepe, and I was like, is Pepe the right man to come on? I don't know, but I want to get some of your comments. I want to get some of your comments right now. Okay. Here we go. I have so many of them. We do not have a manager. That is Infectious DJ. That's what he said. And then, well done, Vardy. Well done, Vardy. Well done, Vardy. I remember 4 years ago, we tried to sign him under Arsene Wenger, and he refused. He said Arsenal was on the verge of collapsing. I think he might be right. This season, I'm losing hope. I'm losing a lot of hope, in Arsenal. Trust me. Okay. Partey wasn't in that match. I don't blame Partey, guys. I don't blame Partey. He did well. At least he helped us. He helped us do something. One thing that we have failed to do in the past, holding that ball. At least he helped us do that. I hate hearing that team selected based on performance. Last game, Elneny was a man of the match, and he wasn't picked. He was dropped for Danny Ceballos. Infectious DJ also says William and Tom's Partey is very dull. We need Ozil. That is Daniel. And then Oshon says only certain players gets the ball to them. The central backs, the wing backs, major players like Aubameyang, Pepe, Partey hardly get the ball on their feet. Ahmed says disappointing result. Let's get back Mesut Ozil. Taiwo says Ceballos played at the back of Xhaka and Partey. What on earth? Everything was upside today, guys. Everything was upside. I agree with you. Everything was really upside. But Arteta doesn't know what he wants. That is Laban official. What's that? 25 official Nika. 254 says Lacazette has really failed us. I told you, by the way, I did a video about Lacazette in the transfer window, and I told you this could have been a time when we could sell Lacazette, but everybody was like, Kosi, no, we need Lacazette now. You can see. Okay. Ozil, this is Taiwo, says Ozil not good and we cannot loan a replacement. What such a club are we? Kazim says, I still don't get it. We played 2 holding midfielders and Ceballos playing too deep in the midfield instead of playing behind the attackers. It was a 4-3-3. Everybody said that, on the pre-match show. Ozil is far better than Partey. That is Fexus DJ. Arteta was supposed to make Lacazette substitute so as Aubameyang to play as 9. We would have won the game. The front 3 are failing. Yeah, trust me. They are really blunt. Leeds play better than us. They are newly promoted team. Business politics is killing our game. That is Taiwo. Thank you so much, my blood. Kalua says, smash up the like card, smash the like button, guys. Kalua says the only problem with Arteta is he is overconfident. Samu Mubiru says today is nothing for us. No, today is nothing for us. No, I'm feeling so sad. Big up, guys. Big up, boy. Ify says play Auba as a center forward and let him be flanked by Pepe and Saka. Play Partey, Willian, and Tobias in the middle of the pack. Keep the 4 at the back formation and play Ainsley Matanao, Saliba, Magalhaes, and Kian Tierney. And by the way, when Skodran Mustafi came on the pitch, I knew something bad was going to happen. Ty West says, I think you said Ozil cannot play in Arteta's team, and we are playing so such huge a name. Yeah, he just can't play because he just can't choose him. And the second thing, he's not a hard worker. Mikel Arteta loves hard workers. You guys know that. Those were my reasons. I still remember. Laban says he would have used a 4-3-3. He is going to lose many games if he cannot. If he cannot, he's playing. If he cannot, if he continues playing his style, the problem is manager. He should leave the club. That is Laban. Kalunji Mohammed says, for me, I think players are not happy the way Arteta treated Ozil. And then Sam says, let me wait for Manchester United because today is nothing for us. No. Nigel Philip says, not after you lost, you want Ozil. Now after you lost, you want Ozil. Official Nika says, our only hope is that Martinelli comes back to EPL. He's our best striker. Why is Ainsley Maitland-Niles not playing? That is Alfred. I think Mikel Arteta is stuck with Heki Bellerin. I think he loves Heki Bellerin more. Why was Xhaka and Partey dropping back when we were in possession of the ball? We seem to be defending while in. By the way, who's this? This is Muffin Tiger. Thank you so much. That's a point. That is a point. Even when we had the ball, we seemed lost. We were falling back all the time when we were in possession. Now that is dangerous. That is really dangerous. But we were doing it. Who says we were not doing it? We're doing it, right? We're doing it. We need Ozil back, please, because especially Willian is a very useless guy. Ever Arteta has taken the seriousness in the Arsenal play. We play like fools. Since Arteta has decided to treat Ozil in a bad way, we are going to be so useless, and Arteta will be fired. That is Walker. There. Marvin Tiger says, now that we are Partey, why can't Tobias and Xhaka join the attacking trio whenever situation permits? They both sit too deep and add nothing going forward. Exactly. It's like we have another pair of defenders in the midfield. Arsenal today's game was so poor. That is Riser, and he also says there. Frederick Wasike says our centre backs were the only ones playing forward places. Let me ask who stopped us from crossing the ball into the box. Why should I say? Timothy Miss Cindy says, if you see Danny Tobias today compared to Ozil, who is better? Ozil has always been better than Danny Tobias. It's a matter of fact. We're totally tired of Lacazette. Kroenke needs to invest. You can't buy quality with pennies. That is Ibrahim. Timothy says, Arteta has to blame himself for having Lacazette, Danny Tobias, Granit Xhaka, Bellerin, and idiot Mustafi. You can't win any game easily. Sell Lacazette and buy Isaac. That is Paulo. Ibrahim says, if we can sign Aouar, which is highly unlikely, I think our season is finished unless we bring Ozil back into the team. We need creativity. This is Lozy fan. He says, we need creativity. We'll do that for Ozil will do that for us. Ozil will do that for us. Ceballos hasn't done that since the FA Cup final. Signing average players like Willian, Runarsson, and Murray plus Nketiah. That's a comment I just want to laugh at. Conspiracy against the best creative player at Arsenal is yielding fruits. Arteta thinks he is introducing his new system that doesn't include a creative player. We will fail. I feel this is Johnson. Ogiaga, who says, I feel we still need Ozil's creativity in this team. Timothy says, I have never seen a poor team in my Premier League like Arsenal. Creativity in Arsenal team this season is zero. Partey wasn't the only problem. It's the strike. No, Partey wasn't the problem, guys. Partey wasn't the problem. That guy, let us stop blaming that guy. I don't think he was the problem today. Honestly, Partey wasn't the problem. If you ask me, whose responsibility was it to take us forward? We had 4 players on that pitch. They had the responsibility to take us forward, and they just couldn't do the job right. So, guys, that is it. That is it. I think that the reaction can end at this. I just think we can end the reaction. But thank you so much. We lost embarrassingly. Timothy says, what number was Danny Ceballos playing today? It looks like he was playing number 3. So we are actually good in other positions, but literally everyone knows that we lack creativity. If you can't play Ozil because he is out of the squad, why not bring in Emile Smith-Rowe to play in that similar position? Yeah, I would agree with you. I've seen Leicester. The player that made the difference for Leicester City is a 19-year-old Cengiz Under. Maybe it's time we brought in the young guns. Maybe. What do you think? Because that team, honestly, I want to tell you this. Let me just disable this flash like that. I want to tell you this, guys. We just can't keep playing that kind of shit football. It stinks. It sucks. That was a very, very bad display. I've seen clubs do that. Manchester United. Yeah. I think I've seen Manchester United do that. They have the ball, but they just can't get something in there. They just can't. So guys, until tomorrow, I don't know whether until tomorrow, I want to do the player ratings. I want to do my player ratings. So, I don't know. It is a game that all of us thought maybe we would win. We didn't. We had the chances to win. We had the chances to create the chances. It was our own, calling. We just needed to create the chances. And Mikel Arteta needs to sort out this before it gets to the worst. We need the chances coming in. We just can't keep playing like that. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for the comments and thank you for the likes.